Whale of a Tale, The Plunge, written by Mary Roach. Imagine you're in the ocean, the water is blue, you see something large, very large, it's coming towards you, you realise it's a whale, your heart pounds, it opens its mouth, everything goes dark. You've been swallowed by a whale, it seems impossible, but is it? What happens now? Join me, dear reader, as we explore this unlikely but fascinating journey. Giants of the deep. Who could swallow a human? The ocean is home to some of the largest creatures on Earth, and their sheer size can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Could a whale swallow you whole? It's a question that has fascinated and frightened people for centuries. The idea of being swallowed by a giant sea creature is the stuff of legends and nightmares. Most couldn't. Their throats are too small. Despite their enormous mouths, the majority of whale species have throats that are surprisingly narrow. They eat tiny creatures, krill mostly. These small shrimp-like creatures are the primary diet for many whales, like little shrimp, but there are exceptions. Some whales have evolved to consume much larger prey, sperm whales, giant squid eaters. These deep-diving giants have throats large enough to swallow a human, but they prefer their usual diet of giant squid. And baleen whales, like humpbacks. These whales use baleen plates to filter feed, consuming vast amounts of small sea creatures. They have huge mouths. They gulp down tons of water and krill. Their feeding technique involves taking in massive amounts of water and filtering out their tiny prey. Could they swallow a human? Possibly, would they? Highly unlikely. While their mouths are large enough, their throats are not designed to handle such large objects. We are not their food. We are not on their menu. Whales have evolved to consume specific types of prey, and humans are not among them. But the thought lingers. What if? The ocean remains a place of mystery and wonder, where the boundaries between reality and myth often blur. Down the hatch. A journey through the esophagus. Let's imagine the impossible. Picture yourself in the vast ocean surrounded by the deep blue. Suddenly, a massive humpback whale appears. You're swallowed by a humpback. The whale's mouth opens wide, and you are pulled inside. First, the rush of water. It's like being caught in a powerful current swirling and churning around you. The closing walls of the mouth. Darkness envelops you as the whale's jaws snap shut. Then, the squeeze. Down the esophagus. The walls press in, guiding you deeper into the whale's body. Muscles contract, pushing you down. The rhythmic motion is relentless, moving you further along. It's dark, it's wet, it smells fishy. The environment is completely alien, unlike anything you've ever experienced. Can you breathe? Probably not. The air is thick and every breath feels laboured. You might think it's like a slippery slide, but it's far from a fun ride. It's not. The esophagus is muscular. Each contraction is powerful, designed to move whatever is inside. It's designed to move food, large food. The whale's body is built to handle massive prey. You are just along for the ride, a very unpleasant ride. The journey through the esophagus is anything but smooth, and you can't wait for it to end. Finally, you reach the stomach. Relief? Not quite. The journey through the whale's digestive system is just beginning, and it's far from a pleasant ride. Whales have 4 stomach chambers. First, the forestomach. This chamber is more like a storage area where food is held temporarily. No digestive juices here, just churning, mixing you with krill. The forestomach grinds the food, preparing it for the next stage. Then the main stomach. Here comes the acid. This is where the real digestion begins, breaking down the food into simpler molecules, powerful enzymes, breaking down your food. These enzymes are incredibly efficient, ensuring that every bit of nutrition is extracted, or rather, you. The final 2 chambers continue the process. The 3rd chamber further breaks down the food, while the 4th absorbs the nutrients. But by then, it's game over. No human could survive this. The harsh environment inside a whale's stomach is too much for any human to endure. The acid, the enzymes, the lack of air. It's a grim fate. The digestive system of the whale is a marvel of nature, but for any unfortunate soul trapped inside, it's a one-way trip to doom. So, could you survive being swallowed by a whale? The short answer, no. The long answer, absolutely not. But it's a question that sparks the imagination, that reminds us of the power of nature, the awe-inspiring size of whales. These magnificent creatures, they rule the ocean. And while we may not want to be their lunch, we can't help but be fascinated